All right, so yo, bro, I got the most unemployed video I think I've actually made like in a long time. Like I actually have the most unemployed video I think of the century. It's basically proving that Pokimane Lily Pichu Valkyrie is lying about not knowing that Sykkuno was cheating on his girlfriend.
Previously on Yu-Gi-Oh!
So previously on the Unemployed files, we have Sykkuno being accused of being a predator, fuckboy, manipulative, cheater, everything you could possibly think of by Musion, and a few other VTubers and stuff, basically just bad past, bad stuff. I gave the opinion that predator, bit of a far stretch. Like, bro is not EDP, if we're keeping it a buck. Bro is not Dr. Disrespect, in my opinion. But bro is still an asshole, don't you worry. I don't like Sykkuno. But anyways, his friends like Lily Pichu, Valkyrie, Pokimane basically coming out and disowning him, saying they're disappointed in him, saying we didn't know he had a girlfriend, we didn't know he was cheating on that girlfriend, we didn't know he was a fuckboy. But they had responses like this.
It is disappointing, you know, but what happened? I'm surprised. Some of you don't know, but yeah, he's a cheater. He's a cheater. But yeah, we talked, and he's gonna figure things out, and I hope for the best, and I am so sorry to all of those involved. And then yeah,
I don't expect him to like completely defend him for being a cheater, but like to say you didn't know and say you didn't know he had a girlfriend is like kind of weird. And like they could have at least said they didn't think he was a predator, but they like legitimately let him hang out to dry. Like saying you're disappointed may leave open the fact that you did know, you just didn't do anything about it. You just like let him cheat on his girlfriend. But we're going to take it at face value and say that you are saying that you didn't know anything about it. And we're going to take it at face value and say, I didn't know anything about his girlfriend of 5-6 years. So that's where I'm going to come in and say, I'm going to prove that shit wrong because you definitely did know. Before we get into the part of why I think you knew about this and just didn't do anything about it and are trying to play dumb, let's get into the part of why I think you're basically weaponizing your audience to save your own audience because you need to save your own career because your career is struggling, so you can't afford to lose anybody by standing on business. So we had a recent stream where Cinna leaked that streamers kind of disclose what their response is going to be with the streamer in drama before they actually go live, before they actually do the thing. This is referring to Bonnie and her PDF allegations.
I've already talked about this off stream with her. You don't think if I haven't talked about it off stream, I don't know what's going on? It's on her at that point to deal with it, and she asked me not to. Like, beyond that, I don't know why you think I'm being a bad friend. If she asks me to say something, then I'll say something. If you don't, like, use your brain for a second. You know what I mean? That is a grown ass woman. If she specifically asked me to handle a certain way, what do you want me to do? But then at the same time, you know, I'll say this: I'm not gonna let my chat be filled with a bunch of people. I'm gonna just handle how I handle it. But like, yo, use your brain for a second. You know what I mean?
Now, I would believe it's because they're friends if it wasn't for Miskiff. I know I shouldn't rely on Miskiff's information, but it's the best I got. But basically, Miskiff saying that they fought for 3 years and they hated each other for 3 years and they almost got into a fist fight.
And Bonnie starts immediately shit-talking Cinna about how she's a bitch, how she's a fake fuck, how she's a clout demon, how she hates this girl, all this crap, right? She hates her so much, and she wouldn't stop hating her for 3 fucking years. And she gets pretty violent, and she tried to fight Cinna. You hated this girl for 3 years for grinding all over my fucking dick. You tried to fight her just a few months before in my pool, and now you're moving in with her? Is that not just the fakest shit I've ever heard in my entire life? You're moving in with this girl when you say you fucking hated her guts. And you literally hated her to the point where you tried to fight the woman in my pool.
Like, don't hate the messenger. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just repeating what Miskiff says. I know Miskiff. I don't like Miskiff. Miskiff, kind of a douchebag, but you gotta go off of something. And neither Bonnie nor Cinna came out and denied these allegations, so yeah. And if we cross-reference what Ludwig said about Hassan...
I'm also not even friends with Hassan. Legitimately. I'm not. He's not someone that I invite to like my birthday or...
So the context of that video does not matter. That was a nothing drama. That was nothing at all. Who am I kidding? That was when Hassan shocked his dog and no one really talked about it.
It's the same reason as to why America Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop. Jesus Christ. What are you doing? You're being such a baby.
So where am I going with this big mumbo jumbo worth of clips? So I made a video earlier today talking about how they're not actually friends, how they do stuff based off of business decisions. I think a more accurate way to depict that is they would pick the business over the friendship. So maybe they are technically friends, but it's definitely a slimy friendship. So they would pick the business every single time over the friendship. So when it comes hands down either career or friends, they are no longer friends. Because in the Sykkuno document released by the accuser, there's a story about how another VTuber slash streamer slash content creator, Bao, who has about 1 million subscribers, supposedly knew about Sykkuno's girlfriend, knew about Sykkuno having a roster, knew about Sykkuno flirting with people, and then we had another person on the internet, the name of Powder, talking about how they were flirted with Sykkuno, so it was a regular occurrence. So we had 2 VTubers who knew Sykkuno was flirting with people, and they never showed up in a video. But then if we take a look at like Pokimane's, Lily Pichu's, Valkyrie's, they show up in a lot of videos for Sykkuno. Like, you're thinking if they were collabing with someone with 1 million subscribers, they'd put their name in the title like they did with Pokimane, Valkyrie, and Lily Pichu. So they may have appeared in a video, but they weren't important enough to be put in the title. These random VTubers know about Sykkuno's habits and girlfriend, while his regular streamer friends don't know he's flirting with people, don't know he's doing anything, like he has a girlfriend or anything. And like, we even got Sykkuno meeting up with these people IRL, so you think he would bring his girlfriend along IRL for after the streams, after the parties, after this. Like, you think he would have his girlfriend with him if he was going IRL traveling to be with these people. Like, did he leave his girlfriend alone? Like 2 years ago, there's this viral clip that I'll show you. Like, did he just leave his girlfriend at home? Did he not mention that he had to go back to his girlfriend? Did he not say, I have a girlfriend, like, at all?
What do you guys like talk about with your chats, or do you just play games?
I just
the whole
play
time?
games. When I stop playing
Yeah, I
games,
talk to my chat.
my low attention span takes over and it goes bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So.
Like, it's a rough clip, I know, so funny, he. But like, you're telling me that he traveled, you're telling me Sykkuno flew from Las Vegas, Nevada to Austin, Texas to do that clip, and he never once mentioned a girlfriend? Like, I don't want to be a complete stalker, like, look into this way too much. Like, I probably could, but like, I don't feel like it. But like, the thing is, it's pretty easy to tell that they would have known he had a girlfriend, and it's pretty easy to tell they would have known he was DMing girls, because people talk. Like, people in the streaming industry would have talked at some point. They would have talked shit. They would have talked about a video, maybe. People would have been discussing a video. People would have given a heads up to editors. Editors would have talked. Or there would have been some scuttlebutt that Sykkuno was talking to people besides his girlfriend. Let's say Asmongold hit the nail on the head today in a stream today, basically talking about why these streamers give the responses they do.
They built an entire audience of oversensitive babies that overreact to everything, and they need to always have the moral upper hand in any sort of confrontation or any sort of interaction because they have low self-esteem and there's probably something mentally wrong with them. So what they do is they look to creators that portray a fake persona, an image of themselves that is as perfect as possible, so they can project themselves onto that person and then make themselves feel better about being losers in real life.
So I'd say the more likely story is Pokimane, Lily Pichu, Valkyrie basically cared more about their career than they did their friendship, so they just let this happen. They just let their friend cheat on his girlfriend. They just let it happen, in my opinion. Because, it doesn't really matter, not really my friend anyways. Like, at the end of the day, I could just ditch him for my career anyways. I'll just weaponize my audience for who knows what. Pokimane, Valkyrie, not good people if we're being honest. But if you like to do so, make sure you like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Until next time, see you later.